This group of exercises is focused on developing control of flexion and extension of the lower back and pelvis. These are active mobility exercises that are occurring in the sagittal plane, or bending backwards and bending forwards. We use these motions every day in activities like bending down to pick something up from the floor or standing up from a chair. Since these are active mobility exercises, I want you to be focused on developing control over the entire range of motion, from the front all the way to the back. If you can establish control over this whole range of motion, then we can take the next step and start with some strengthening exercises. If any of these exercises feel like they're challenging for you and they push the boundaries of your symptoms, that's great. This exercise is called the pelvic tilt. The purpose of this exercise is to gain an understanding of what it feels like to use the muscles of your midsection, the abdomen, the lower back, and the pelvis to create movement in your lumbar spine and pelvic area. Remember, motion is lotion, movement should be your friend, and this exercise should feel pretty comfortable. So if it doesn't feel comfortable, stop the exercise and we'll find another thing to do for you. Okay, let's get started. So we'll start lying on your back with your knees bent. From this position, you should feel a small arch in the lower back, right back here, above the pelvis and below the rib cage. Okay, if you can stick your fingers of either hand just beneath that arch, you can feel some space between your lower back and the floor. The first part of this exercise is going to be what's called a posterior pelvic tilt. So we're engaging the abdominal muscles here and trying to flatten my back, my lower back, against the floor. I'll feel an increase in pressure in my fingertips here because my fingertips are between my lower back and the floor. Okay? The muscle activity that I feel the most prominently is here in the front of the abdomen. These abdominal muscles are pressing, they're engaging here to press my lower back into the floor. From here I'll relax, and now I'm going to try the opposite motion. So now I'm going to try to lift my lower back up off of the floor. Okay, so from here I'm engaging the muscles of my lower back to create more space under my lower back here. Right now I have a bit of a tunnel underneath my lower back. I can fit a whole fist behind my back here, right? So we're alternating between these two positions. I'm pressing my abdomen down, pressing into my fingers, holding for 3 seconds, and then I'll relax and arch that back up off the floor. Okay, so repeat as many times as you feel comfortable. If you can do 30 repetitions of this exercise with no aggravation of your symptoms, move on to the next exercise.